strength, industry, aspirations, and decency of the people we serve. My friends, we live in a world of change, some of which holds great promise for us and all mankind, and some of which poses great peril. Today, political change in Pakistan is occurring that might affect our relationship with a nuclear-armed nation that is indispensable to our success in combating al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and elsewhere. An old enemy of American interests and ideals is leaving the world stage, and we can glimpse the hope that freedom might someday come to the people of Cuba. A self-important bully in Venezuela threatens to cut off oil shipments to our country at a time of skyrocketing gas prices. Each event poses a challenge and an opportunity. Will the next president have the experience, the judgment experience informs, and the strength of purpose to respond to each of these developments in ways that strengthen our security and advance the global progress of our ideals? Or we will risk the confused leadership of an inexperienced candidate who once suggested bombing our ally, Pakistan, and suggested sitting down without preconditions or clear purpose with enemies who support terrorists and are intent on destabilizing the world by acquiring nuclear weapons. I think you know the answer to that question. The most important obligation of the next president is to protect Americans from the threat posed by violent extremists who despise us and our values and modernity itself. They are moral monsters, but they are also a disciplined, dedicated movement driven by an apocalyptic zeal which celebrates murder, has access to science, technology, and mass communications, and is determined to acquire and use weapons against us of mass destruction. The institutions and doctrines we relied on in the Cold War are no longer adequate to protect us in a struggle where suicide bombers might obtain the world's most terrifying weapons. If we are to succeed, we must rethink and rebuild the structure and mission of our military, the capabilities of our intelligence and law enforcement agencies, the purposes of our alliances, the reach and scope of our democracy, the capacity of all branches of government to defend us. My friends, we need to marshal all elements of American power: our military, economy, investment, trade and technology, and our moral credibility to win the war against Islamic extremists and help the majority of Muslims who believe